Hi and welcome to this varsity matchup between Wheaton Academy and Ridgewood. We're looking for a good one today as Wheaton Academy Warriors have had a rough season so far, going 0-3, but they're looking to bounce back today against Ridgewood. Oh, so what are you looking forward to in this game?
I'm really looking forward to lots of kills and lots of big-time moments, lots of scoring from this powerful Warrior team. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is my first commentating job, and I hope I do well.
Yeah, the Warriors look good in warm-ups because they just wrapped up, and Ridgewood's just starting theirs now. Ridgewood is 4-2 right now. They have way more wins, and that's how it's been for the Warriors all season. Because last time they played Batavia had 7 wins already, and the Warriors it was their first home game. And the Warriors are kind of showing a little bit of inexperience as of late. What is it like having a younger team and playing less games than like the other teams that are more experienced and more games under their belt?
What is it like? Oh, so I feel like, honestly, that does put us at a disadvantage, but that does not count us out.
Yeah.
You know, just because we could be, like, younger or less experienced doesn't mean we don't have the same amount of fire and passion, you know?
And it also means we might have better younger players as well.
Exactly.
Because in the past few games, Kira Morrison, a freshman, has been playing really well and helping the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's definitely where their youth comes from, is basically Kira, and they have a lot more juniors and sophomores. And when looking at this Ridgewood team roster, it's full of seniors and juniors.
Yep, very much.
Yeah, the Warriors definitely had a great warm-up, and they're looking to bounce back, sort of.
Yeah, I think they're bouncing back. I think they'll be able to win this game. I really hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been definitely playing a lot larger schools as of late. They played 2 non-conference games against Batavia and Glenbard.
Yeah.
So those are definitely bigger schools that have bigger talent pools. And so coming back into the conference, they still have an 0-1 conference record, but they're looking to
only
make
played
that
one game, you know?
Yeah, that doesn't really tell the whole whole story about their record.
One game really doesn't really tell a whole lot, you know?
Yeah. Once you start getting a rhythm, playing all those games, you start to determine like the path that you are taking.
Yeah, then you start deciding like, oh, okay, we're this type of team. You know, because, okay, they've lost a couple, but hey, the season just started and we don't know what they're going to be able to do, you know?
And they're still kind of making roster adjustments this year because everyone loses their seniors and key players from last season. And so they're still kind of just figure out who their main 6 are and 7 if you're rotating in.
Yep. Which is interesting, though. I feel like it's, like, tough job figuring all that stuff out, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for the coaches, because they have to, like, basically rebuild the whole team around different people.
And especially in a sport that is such skill-focused and such position-focused, like, you could just lose a setter and, like, a key setter. And an example in the Warriors this year is Ella Schmidt has switched over to setter this year, and she's coming off the bench this year. She's been a hitter. She played on varsity as a sophomore as a hitter. And last year, she was sort of held out with a shoulder injury, but she still was able to play some back row. She just couldn't take full swings.
Yeah.
And we got the starters for the Warriors. Setter Maddie Miller, number 5. Hannah Shaw, number 18. Both of them are seniors. And Kira Morrison, the freshman that we were talking about before, number 7. She had a lot of good hits in the game against Batavia. And Kenny McClure, senior, number 12. Looking to make a big impact as a hitter.
Yep.
And Elle Masterson and Emma Tate, both junior middles.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting to see how, like, that youth, again, in their middles is, like, both of their middles are their juniors.
Yeah. That is interesting. I'm excited, though, for this game, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see how, again, our youth can actually try to come through in this game, you know?
And it's definitely great to have volleyball in the fall again.
I know, right?
Last year with COVID, they had to move over to the shortened spring season right after winter.
Yeah.
And they did have like a full summer preparation for this season too.
Yep.
Which definitely helps.
It does. Ooh.
Yeah, right there on that. She went a little bit under the net on that little warm-up game.
Yeah.
The Warriors are over there huddling in the corner. What do you think that they are focusing on for this game?
For this game, that's interesting. Maybe because of the bigger talent pool that you were saying earlier and because of the more youth on our team, they're probably figuring out different ways of our way to attack and use our explosiveness against them.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're probably trying to figure out, fast ways to score and fast ways to like dig the ball up before it can even hit the ground, you know?
And even if they're not talking about strategy, he's probably giving a motivational talk over there.
Yeah.
Just telling them that they have it and that their strategy and everything they've been practicing is going to pay off.
You just got to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
You just got to believe in yourself. Yep. That's all it takes.
Especially in volleyball, like when you're serving, if you have confidence in your serve,
it'll work 9 times out of 10, for real.
And as Ridgewood's finishing up their warm-up with serving, the national anthem and prayer and starting lineups are going to be coming up.
All right, cool.
So when that happens, we're going to take a quick break. But right now, we got serving still. It's kind of a common thing for everyone to start serving at the end.
Yeah, just a volleyball thing.
Yeah. Or the beginning. You normally don't put that in the middle because the balls kind of just end up everywhere.
Yeah. It's kind of a way to clean up in a way, too.
Yeah, because everyone's sort of out there.
Hits it to, like, one side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, jump serve.
Yeah, we're looking to see a lot of jump serves today.
Oh, yeah.
And we will be joining you after the national anthem, prayer, and the starting lineups. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wheaton Academy, the Warrior Dome, here on the campus of Wheaton Academy. A special welcome to the Woodridge Rebels, their coaching staff, athletes, families, and friends. We are glad you're here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would all please stand for a moment of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we do thank you for the opportunity that we have to be on this campus this afternoon. We thank you for safe travel for our friends from Woodridge and their families. God, we pray that all that is said and done on the court this evening will be honoring to you. We pray this in your Son's name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem. The starting lineups for Ridgewood Rebels. Number 9, the libero, Marcy Gil Ramos. Number 3, Emily Camille. Number 4, Elizabeth Tui. Number 7, Maya Romanska. Number 11, Leah Morello. Number 12, Alyssa Bruner. And number 14, Nicolette Amunderson. The Rebels are coached by Dave Woodchuck and assistant coach Scott Shaw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Number 3, she's a junior, Alabama, Kylie Morrison. Number 5, senior, Madeline Moore. Number 7, she's a freshman, Kyra Williamson. Senior, number 12, Kennedy McClure. Junior, number 17, our Emma Tate. Senior, number 18, Hannah Shaw. And junior, number 24, Ella Masterson. The Warriors are coached by Mr. D.A. Nichols. The officials for this afternoon's game is Bob Jenkins and Earl Clement. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the IHSA and the IDPH, we are asking, since we are an indoor sport, that all masks remain on your faces, covering your nose at all times. Again, we thank you for
And welcome back to our volleyball game.
What an exciting break.
Yes. Now we're ready to start. Jump right in. Looks like Ridgewood will have the first serve with Alyssa Bruno back there. And they're gonna make both teams are looking to make the libero sub right away.
All right, they're about to get the serve off.
There's Alyssa Bruno back there to serve.
Yeah, Alyssa Bruno, number 12.
And with the
And
flow
it's
serve.
up.
Kira, just off the hands of Kira Morrison right there out the back.
A little bit.
And Alyssa Bruno's back there again to serve. Another strong serve right there, up by Kira, right to
Better dig.
another.
And good effort by Hannah, but she was quite a little bit short to get it out.
Rough passing for the Warriors to start.
Yeah, but it's just the start. We got it. Yeah.
And the serve's been pretty good coming off Alyssa Bruno.
Yep, they have.
Ooh. That's not a good one for Kira Morrison. As she tried to make the dive and dig on that serve.
Yep. She's a little bit short that time. Alyssa Bruno's back at it again. All right.
That went just off the touch of Kenny McClure. Most of these serves are looking sort of on the edge back there and putting Warriors passers in tough situations.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on the back row right there, which is interesting strategy going in.
It's a good serve.
There we go. Now we got it down. Come on, let's score.
Kenny with the tap
Getting it
over.
with the tap.
Ridgewood coming back over.
Oh.
And there's Kira to make that pass. Up
Here's
to
Kennedy again. Oh, they got a good one touch off, but we're up. They're up again. Number 14 with a hit, but it's out of bounds.
And
Warrior point.
Yeah, the Warriors got the first point of the match. It's hopefully a good momentum starter.
Yeah.
And Emily Praisel for the Warriors to serve. And Ridgewood's able to get the pass up. And they're able to put it back over with a deep tip right to Maddie Miller. And Kylie sets it up to Hannah Shaw with the massive kill right there. That was a great hit.
It was a great hit. Good cross shot from Hannah Shaw right there, right into the back corner. Woo!
Yeah, that was great placing and great velocity on it.
Yeah, that's what I came here to see.
Looks like they lost the ball in that corner and got a new one.
We got a new ball. Woo!
And Emily Praisel's back there to serve again.
And it's up. Oh, it's just a little bit out from Emily Praisel.
Just a little bit too much power on that one. And now for Ridgewood, we have Nicolette Munderson back to serve. Another float serve.
And it's up.
And with a pretty good pass to Maddie. And gives it up to Hannah to free ball it over.
All right, they return it.
And Maya Lemanska with the spot. She was able to find that deep corner right there.
Yep. They're really aiming for that corner right there a lot, I'm noticing, just right off the bat. They're really putting pressure on that back row, as I was saying earlier. It's a really interesting strategy because it's so like hard to like get it in bounds and keep it from going out.
And Nicolette with the serve again.
Yep.
And the serve goes to Emily Prazel in the back row. Maddie's got a good chance to set it right to Elle Masterson. And the refs call that one out, just out the back right there.
Even though it looked a little bit like a tip from the green team over there.
And Ridgewood's going on their serving run right here. They've had 2 servers and they ended up with 7 points. That's a tough serve right there that Kylie's able to get up. And Kira Morrison with the swing. Maya Lemansky again with the kill. Just off the block right there.
Yeah. It was a good block though.
The Warriors got to make sure they keep those hands strong and eventually start putting it back. An early timeout right there by the Warriors.
Yep. Just to probably regain the I'm sorry, a little bit. I say a little bit, probably just to give them a little bit of a break and give them more inspirational thought.
Yeah, this time I was mainly just to stop the run that they're going on.
Yeah.
Maybe adjust the serve receive a little bit.
Yep.
Because that's the main issue at the moment. They're not having, like they had that great kill by Hannah Shaw before, but that's about it in terms of points. And passing's definitely a big play to make.
Passing is definitely a big play from back there. And right now, if we could get that passing down, we're probably going to get a lot more attacks off and possibly come back for this game.
And make sure to subscribe while you're watching. It's a great broadcast that's happening right now. Make sure to subscribe at The Real Raw TV.
Yep, we make great content.
Let's hope the Warriors are able to bounce back after that timeout.
Yep. So, all right.
And Nicolette Armundson is back there to serve still.
Yup. And the serve's up.
Puts it right to Kylie Morrison, and Maddie goes diving for it.
What a hustle play.
But they weren't able to get it over the net.
Oh, hey, we're good. That's the hustle that we like to see. That means they haven't given up quite yet, which is good because that means they'll still be able to get back from this.
Yeah, there's still a chance for sure.
Yep.
Emily Prazel with a pretty good pass to Maddie. Maddie sets up Hannah Shaw.
And it's another kill.
It's another one. They should probably feed her over there on the right side.
Yep, that cross shot is nasty. Woo!
She's 2 for 2 from right there, hitting basically the same spot.
Yeah, basically the same spot. See, if they can just get it over and keep getting it to her, they'll score lots and lots of points.
Now we got Elle Masterson back to serve. She's our junior middle.
Ooh, a middle serving. That's interesting.
Let's just off of the platform of Rosalina Morello.
A little bit off there and it bounced off, but that was a good serve.
That's definitely the advantage of having a float serve, is you're able to get it just to move just a little bit in the air.
Yeah, and it makes it really hard to read from the opposing team.
That's what caused it just to go off the forearm right there.
Yep. Here we go, and it's up again.
Pretty good pass there by Ridgewood. Able to deep tip, but they were not able to find the back line on that one.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with those deep corners and deep hits. It's a lot harder to find where the line is and where it isn't. That's why I said it was a little bit risky.
And the pass by Libero right there. We see Gil.
Oh! What a block by our...
With just a little overpass right there. Able to put the wall up.
Yep.
That's always the danger of overpassing, is you give their team a chance to put it back down.
Yep.
Put your setter in a really tough position.
Yep.
And back to serve, Emily Cannell. Ooh, and unable to handle the pass was the Warriors. Also, how can the Warriors improve their passing at this moment?
At this moment right here, honestly, I would say probably get under the ball and try to read it a little bit better. I understand that obviously it's way easier than it sounds.
Hannah Shaw was able to bring that one back, and Emma Tate free ball it over.
Go. All right, all right.
And Ridgewood's going to give him a pretty decent free ball back.
There we go. There's our passing.
And they're feeding Hannah Shaw again, and she's able to hit the same spot, but Ridgewood was able to get it up. And a well-placed tip right there by Rosalina Morello, who was able to just to find that gap in the defense.
Yep, get that gap in the defense over the 2 blocks.
And Emily is up to serve still
All
for
right.
Ridgewood. Little miscommunication right there by the Warriors. Someone called it out. And they still played it and put them in a really tough position.
Yep. Yeah, that's a miscommunication coming in, again, with them being still a new team.
It's definitely a hard position to be in. Like when you're a passer in that back line, you never can really tell if it's in or out.
Yeah, that's another hard part.
The Warriors are making some subs, bringing Kenny McClure and Jacqueline Ogden in exchange for Emily Prazel and Kira Morrison.
Here we are. Let's hope they'll be able to bring a little bit more energy and a little bit more passing into this game.
For sure. There's a pretty good pass right there by Hannah Shaw. Up to Jacqueline Ogden, who gets it a little nice rollover.
Yep.
And just off the block right there, Hannah Shaw and Emma Tate were both up there to block it, but Rosalina Morello was able to just hit it off the side.
Yep, just to maneuver a little bit.
Sometimes the best hits are the more well-placed hits. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it sometimes, you're able to just hit it off the block right there.
It's not even about power, it's all about placement.
And they're
Nice.
with the hit over, just a little bit out the back.
Yep.
That's always the fear when you're swinging from the back row.
Yeah.
Because you got to hit it with power because you're in the back row, but you also want to make sure it goes down.
Yeah, but that's what we need. We need that type of attacking power. We can't back down.
The biggest fear of that is always hitting out the back, though.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Nice pass right there by Kylie Morrison. A great block right there by the Warriors. Again with Hannah Shaw and Emma Tate able to get up there. And right now we have the setter switch right now. Ella Schmidt and Ella Bogren, both Ellas coming in. Ella Schmidt is taking over as a setter for Maddie Miller, who came out with Hannah Shaw.
And the set is up.
A tip right there. And Emma Tate goes for the swing, but is unable to get it over the net. It's always a risk of trying to go over in less than 3 hits if you're trying to not use the setter and just hit it right away. There's always a chance of that going happening.
Yep.
Maya Lamanska is back there to serve for Ridgewood. Nice. Decent pass by Jacqueline. It goes off the ceiling. That's unfortunate for the Warriors.
Yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate.
What is it like for volleyball players when it goes off the ceiling?
A little bit disorienting a little bit because you really can't see where it's going to land and you can't hit it back.
Yeah, you never know which beam in the ceiling is going to hit.
That's very true.
Kenny McClure with the pass. Ella Schmidt with the pass to Ella Bogren. And a pretty good roll right there. And it puts Ridgewood in a really tough position. They get the point on that one.
Yep. That was a well-placed hit by Ella Bogren over there.
Yeah. That Ella to Ella combinations.
Yeah.
It's a one to watch for sure.
Yep. Ella squared.
And the Morrison squared too.
And the Morrison. Oh, really?
Jacqueline Ogden with the serve. Looks like it's just out the back.
Yep.
Again with the power situation, they're just trying to hit it too hard. They might be pressing a little bit at this point.
Yeah.
And back to Ridgewood's serve is Rosalina Morello. Pretty good pass right there by Kenny McClure. Ella Schmidt is able to set up Ella again. That might be a favorite target of her.
Yep.
As Ella is able to put it off of Marie Gil Ramos in the back row of the libero.
Yep. That was a well-placed hit and just enough powerful enough that it would roll off her hand. That was my point again about power and not about placement and not power.
Yep. Kylie Morrison back with the serve, the libero. She switch up her position right there. She might be going for different target.
It's a nice serve.
Back to libero. Pretty good set from the back row. The hit was unsuccessful though for Ridgewood. And Kylie's back there again to serve. She seems to be going to the same spot. Maybe she'll put it in the same place.
We'll have to see.
And the overpass right there by Ridgewood. Can the Warriors take advantage? And the
that's
Ella to
Ella
Ella to Ella combination.
It's a little bit too strong.
Unsuccessful. That's a lot of hits by the Warriors out the back. What can the Warriors do to limit those out the back hits?
For probably a lot of those out the back hits, maybe like try tipping it a little bit or try not placing them as hard as, not powering them through as hard as they are.
Yeah, focusing more on placement like Hannah Shaw was able to do before this match.
That's the
nice pass
thing
right
about
there by
volleyball.
Kylie Morrison, and the Ella to Ella combination again is a big one. And Ridgewood's going to us a free ball back over the other side, but our middle Ella Masterson has to take it. It sets up Kennedy for a hit, who puts it off the antenna right there. And the antenna is out for everyone who does not know. The antenna is out. So if you hit it off of it, you can't play it anymore.
Yep. It's a little bit of a tough situation because that pass was a little bit overserved.
A little over their head a little bit.
Yep.
Little indecision right there by Kylie Morrison. She was able to get it up, and the Warriors able to send it back over and find a pretty good spot as Gil Ramos was diving for that one. And the miscommunication sort of on both sides right there, as the Warriors were unsure of if to take that pass or not. And obviously on Ridgewood right there, they kind of just ran it, collided, didn't know who was going to take the ball.
Yep. That's why it's always key to call out who has the ball and who doesn't.
And the Warriors are going to take another timeout just after making a substitution. Maddie Miller and Hannah Shaw came in for both the Ellas.
Yeah.
They're just making that setter switch again. What are they talking about over in the huddle right now? Are they trying to make their push right now, or what are they looking for?
I would say they're probably trying to make a push. They're probably trying to get ready to go on a run a little bit just to try to even the score or close the gap a little bit.
He also might be aiming for a little bit of encouragement as hope for the next game, because you can always win the next two. You know, even if they drop this one, they're unable to come back from this big deficit.
Yep.
There's still hope in this match.
For the next set, yeah.
So I'm sure he's trying to re-emphasize that, fix the problems of this set so they don't happen again in the next one.
Yep. That's exactly what I think they're probably talking about. Just probably just trying to talk about just keep trying, keep working. You'll get this next set if you keep working and keep making the adjustments that the coach is probably saying I'm giving you.
And the big thing, like over this entire game, been servicing for both sides, been a lot of serving runs.
Yes.
More so for Ridgewood, less so for us Warriors.
Yes.
How can we flip that so it's more for us and less for them?
Quite honestly, I feel like our serves just need to be a little bit less powered because a lot of them are going out of the back lines.
Consistency is key. Let's see if Maddie can do that, and she does. She puts that in.
Yep.
And Ridgewood with the tough overpass.
Yep.
That's always tough for the person from the net because it's a tough situation being right there. Like, what do you do? How do you pull it off the net?
Yep. That was a good serve, though.
And we got another one.
Yep.
Pretty good pass right there. And right back to her, Rosalina Morello with a pretty good play. And Kennedy McClure is unable to make the diving save for the Warriors.
Yeah, good hustle though. As we say in basketball, good hustle.
Rosalina Morello was able to get the pass and put that one over. So, player to watch right there. Nice pass by Kylie Morrison. Maddie with the set to Hannah Shaw. And Hannah.
What a kill by Hannah Shaw.
Right off the block, and the block wasn't pressing over enough on that one.
Yep, that's what I like to see here.
Hannah Shaw has definitely been a spotlight for the Warriors in this game. She's 4 for 4 for inbounds on her swings, and 3 of them have equal points.
Yeah.
Pretty nice percentage right there. Kenny McClure back there for the serve. Ooh, she went for the setter dump right there. Put the Warriors into position where the Warriors able to get back.
They're able to recover it, and they set up another thing. And we dig it.
Pretty good pass by Maddie, the setter, and she dumps it over for the free ball. And the right side hitter again. They went to Maya Lomansky twice on that one. Lomanska twice on that one.
Yeah, she looks to be one of the main hitters on this team.
Yeah, just like Hannah Shaw is one of our main hitters.
Yep.
Maya's looking pretty good for Ridgewood.
Yes.
And back to serve, we got Nicolette Munson. Nice pass right there by Kylie. And Maddie's looking for that Hannah Shaw connection again, who just tips that one. Pretty good placement right there. Able to put Ridgewood out of system.
Now that was a nice thing because it kind of
And they're going back to... That's another one right there by Hannah Shaw. They're trying to feed her right now, trying to get some momentum, get back in this game.
Yep.
She seems definitely to be the go-to at the moment.
The go-to hitter.
Her and Ella Bogren have been the two setter favorites because each of them uses a different setter. And they're both lefties coming off that right side.
Yeah, which is actually really hard to read because most people are right-handed. They're trying to go to the right side.
Yeah, most lefties play on that right side and just give another look.
Yep.
And Elle Masterson's back to serve the junior middle. And is unsuccessful on that one.
One interesting part about volleyball is just how a lot of it is a mental game. As you can see with Hannah's first hit, it was unsuccessful, but it did move the defense a little bit. It moved them a little bit to come in because they thought it was going to go under.
Nice, pretty okay pass by Kennedy right there. And they're feeding
There's
Hannah Shaw
again.
Off the block and puts Ridgewood in a tough position.
Yeah, see, but there we go. May not have been successful that one, but it set up another one.
And that's the first unsuccessful one right there by Hannah Shaw. She seems to be getting the job done, though, for the most part.
She does.
And back to serve for Ridgewood is Emily Cannell. diving play right there by Hannah Shaw, and Jacqueline Ogden's able to get it up to Kylie
everywhere.
Morrison, who dumps it over with free ball. And they're going over to Rosalina Morello. And off of the Warriors, 2 touches right there, and it's out for that. Warriors were unable to set their feet on that one and get a nice pass up. It's definitely a rough game right there for the Warriors. Going back to your mental aspect of the game, what is going through the head of both of the teams right now?
Well, probably through this Ridgewood team, they're probably trying to get themselves more momentum going into the next set and trying to seal away this game even further. Because that, I guess, for them was a pretty commanding lead. But now our team is probably trying to lean more into the mental aspect, trying to dig themselves out of this a little bit and try to work on how to win this next set. Try to get less power on those serves.
Just everything going off the back edge, you need less power, more consistency, more accuracy is good. And another thing for the Warriors that's mentally is their passing. It's kind of just like a mental game as passing. It's not necessarily always ability. So they got to just focus on that and just not be scared of the ball and not be scared that they're going to make a bad pass. Just make sure that just focus on making good passes.
Yes. Focus on making very good passes so that we can set up a good hit for the opposing. Passing is probably a very key part of basketball.
Volleyball.
I almost said basketball. Sorry, that's basketball on my mind. I'm sorry, volleyball.
Yeah. Because passing kind of just sets up the entire thing.
Yep. Without passing, we would have no attacks, no serves, no nothing.
And most of the Hannah Shaw and Ella Bogren hits that were the good ones came off of good passes. And
Yes.
And Maddie Miller or Alice Schmidt were able to just get pretty good passes.
Yeah. If you notice on the other team, a lot of their passes are the good ones. That is why they're scoring so much. It's because of service coming over, and then they're getting their feet set, and they're getting good passes, which is able to set their hitters up for good hits. Our team just simply isn't doing that right now.
Yeah, it's all about just not making mistakes on your side. Just force the other team to make mistakes before you do.
That's how the game of volleyball is. It's like you get points for the other team's mistakes.
And make sure to join us for the next broadcast. We have this Tuesday, Wheaton Academy versus Elmwood Park in soccer. What are you looking forward to in that soccer game?
Oh, that's going to be an exciting soccer game. I'm really excited to see a lot of the goals that are going to go back and forth, a lot of the impactful moments, a lot of the slide tackles and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely in soccer there's a lot less scoring opposed to volleyball.
Yes.
You're scoring at least 25 a game.
Yep.
And so every play matters.
Every play matters in soccer, yep.
And so, and volleyball does too. You can't lose easy points. You can't lose easy serves. And those service errors and those passing errors are something that the Warriors looking to get rid of in this game.
Yeah.
Big bounce back game right here for the Warriors.
Yep. As you were just saying, volleyball is a game of, in a way, perfection.
And runs. It's a game of runs and making our team mess up first.
Yes. Yeah. I'd say that. It's a very interesting game to watch and to play, because it's very different from any other real sport, sport.
And the rapidness of just the scoring.
Yeah.
And it's not. And you just got to make sure you're not focusing on the last play. They're focusing on the next play, and that's what the Warriors are looking forward to doing this one.
Yes.
As the refs are checking the lineups right here. Warriors trying to get their minds in the game. And the Warriors will be able to serve first for this one because Ridgewood started off last game.
Yep.
And we will be starting with Maddie Miller back there to serve. And the Ridgewood's able to get a nice pass up. And the Morrisons are diving all over the place trying to make that play.
That was a good dig.
And Warriors are doing that point because a double on the setter.
Yeah, see, that is the type of passing that we need. That is the type of dig and passing that we need, the type of effort in order to call our way back into this game.
For sure. And Maddie with another serve. A little bit off of the platform, but... And Maddie's able to set up Kennedy McClure over here on our side. And she's able to get the point right off of the hands of the block.
Yep, that is a nice kill off of an even nicer pass.
And this is a great 2-0 run for the Warriors to start the game.
Yep, let's hope it can continue.
And Nicolette with the hit, and she's able to find the center of the court wide open.
Yep, that looked like a little bit of a miscommunication as I saw Kennedy slip a little bit.
And she's able just to find that spot.
Yeah.
And back to serve, Alyssa Bruno. And a big miscommunication right there on the passing by the Morrison sisters. They just didn't know who was going to call it.
Yeah.
So let it just go right through the middle. And Alyssa Bruno's back there to serve for Ridgewood again. She did go on some big serving runs in the first game. She's looking to repeat that in this one. The last 2 plays, it kind of just looked like the first game. How can the Warriors mentally just get out of this?
All I can really say is most likely just to dig in a little bit more, set your feet on those things, do what you know how to do.
And definitely confidence right here. As
And confidence.
Kennedy, off the hands of Kennedy right into the crowd over there on the right side.
Yeah.
And Maddie's able to set up Kennedy McClure right there. And Ridgewood's going to Maya Lemansky right there. And they're able to get it off of 4 hits by the Warriors right there.
Nichols, honestly, Nichols is really looking and trying to tell them just to do what they know how to do. Dig into their fundamentals and claw their way back into this game. Just 1 point at a time.
And he's probably not looking to call a timeout right here.
No.
Because he had to do that too early last game, and he's just hoping that they could get themselves out of this. And right now, the Warriors are bringing Emily Appraisal in exchange for Kennedy McClure. And Emily is going to be back to serve.
Yeah. They're most likely doing this so we can get a couple points off of the serve.
And a better passer in the game.
And a better passer, yes.
Also passing back row. And a little bit of miscommunication right there by Ridgewood. We're seeing this by both teams a lot as they're just unable to decide whose ball it is. And Emily serves it just out. And that's one of the ones that you kind of wish you could have back and serve again.
Yep.
Basically, you just wish you were able to focus a little bit more and put that one in.
Yeah.
And back for Ridgewood is Nicolette Amundsen. Nice pass right there by Emily Praisel. And Maddie's going to look for Hannah Shaw, who tips it over. And Ridgewood's struggling with it, and they're hitting out the back on that one.
Yep, that was a little bit of a mental game right there. Because this Ridgewood team on that one, they messed up a little bit, and they couldn't regain composure and set it back over.
And Elle Masterson's back to serve for the Warriors.
See if
really
we can tie
good
the
serve
game
right
up.
there. That was a great serve right there as Nicolette Amundsen was unable to hand it and put it just back right in the net.
And now the game is tied at 6.
Warriors definitely clawed their way back in this one.
So,
And Elle's looking back right at Nicolette. And Ridgewood just dumps it over.
But we get it back.
Maddie's able to handle it and give it up to Kira Morrison. And the Warriors get the point off of a lift right there.
This is our first lead of the game, which is most likely a really big momentum swing and a big confidence booster for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's the first time we called Kira Morrison's name in the front row as she was able to make a big impact against Batavia in our last broadcast. Emily with the pass up to Maddie. Maddie's looking.
Here's Hannah.
Hannah Shaw again.
Good
A
hit.
great pass by Ridgewood. And that's going to be a double on Ridgewood right there as she was just unable to corral that set and just went off her hands twice and put a little bit too much spin on that one.
They're starting to shake a little bit as the mental aspect is starting to deteriorate a little bit for the Ridgewood team.
And Elle Masterson, ends her serving run right there with just off the top of the net. And now for Ridgewood, we got Emily Cannell back to serve. She serves it straight to Kylie Morrison, who gives it to Maddie. Maddie's looking for Hannah Shaw again. And Hannah Shaw with another big one right there.
Yeah, that was a really powerful hit.
She's been on fire in this game. And Ella Schmidt and Ella Bogren are both back in the game, switching the setter and their right sides, both of them.
Yeah, it's the Ella squared combo, back at it.
And Ella's back to serve. And a tip over by Ridgewood is blocked. And the refs call it out of bounds off of the Warriors. Point for Ridgewood.
Yeah, but that is a very good block, though. That is a very good block. That's very good hustle. And that is this is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Just a confidence booster and just to dig into our fundamentals.
Maya Lemanska is back to serve. And Kylie with a pretty good pass, diving on the ground. And Ella's looking for Kira Morrison. And Ridgewood's going to Rosalina Morello, who puts it over, and she's going to get the tap again. But it is off of her. Point for the Warriors.
That is a good block by Ella Bogren over there.
This is a big difference from the first game. The Warriors have had big success in this game.
Yes.
And Kennedy McClure came back in for Emily Prazer.
Yeah. That first loss really lit a fire in them, and now they're playing better. Now they're digging in.
And Kira Morrison back to serve for the Warriors. And a pretty nice one, handled by the libero. But she puts it uncomfortably in the net, and Maya Romanska is unable to handle it off the net.
That is a good serve. That is a right amount of placement and power.
Libero was just unable to handle it. A great serve just off the top of the net.
Yes.
A really good diving effort right there by Macy Gill Ramos, but she was unable to come up with it.
We're starting to understand. We're starting to get how to make a good serve.
And tables are turned right now as Ridgewood is calling the timeout to talk it over. In the first game, we saw the Warriors take 2 timeouts, but then this one, we got Ridgewood taking a timeout.
Yes.
What are they looking for out of this timeout?
Ridgewood is most likely looking for a way to try to kill the momentum on the other team. They're most likely trying to kill the momentum on the other team on our Warrior side. They're probably trying to say, how can we do what we did the first set?
And make sure to follow us at The Real WA TV.
We've got some interesting stuff over there.
Yes. And as this game continues, Ridgewood's going to be looking to come back. And the Warriors are in a pretty good position right now after bouncing back from the first game.
Yes. See, this is what, this is what most likely Coach Nichols told them the first set. Just know your fundamentals. Dig into your fundamentals because you know how to do what you know how to do. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but in essence, it just means practice pays off. Okay, you're a little bit shaky for the first set, but you're good.
And the Warriors definitely had some good hits this
Yes.
And Kira Morrison back to serve again after the timeout, which could have been used to freeze her as well. Trying to make her mess up. And she does a jump float this time, and a really good serve right to Macy Gill Ramos. Oh, and just off of the hands of Kira Morrison after the swing by Rosalina Morello. And now she's back to serve after that hit that resulted in the point. And Kylie's able to pass it up to Ella. And Ella's looking for Kennedy McClure, who puts it in that deep corner.
Yes. That is a nice placement by Kennedy right there.
Yeah, and Ridgewood's back line was, they were unsure whether to take it or not. And Kylie Morrison's back there in to serve just after her sister served. Another jump float right to Macy Gill Ramos. And Ridgewood's able to just free ball it over, and this can give Warriors a pretty good chance right here as they feed Ella Bogren, who tips it over. And Ridgewood dumps it deep and finds the spot over there on that sideline.
Wow, what a placement by that free ball over to the side of that out of bounds line.
Yeah, that was just great placement again, and it was really close over there. And Warriors may have not known whether to take it or not.
Yeah.
And back to serve for Ridgewood is Macy Gill Ramos. And she serves it into the net, giving the Warriors another point. And they're going up 4 right now. And they're bringing Hannah Shaw back in. Looking to make some big swings in the front row.
Yeah, they're probably trying to make another run happen with Hannah Shaw as their power hitter. Yeah. As she has scored a ton of their points.
Maddie, who's back to serve, will probably look to give Hannah Shaw some more opportunities to get some kills.
Yes.
And a rough set right there for Ridgewood as she puts it sort of too close to the net for her hitters to get it. There just wasn't enough height on that. So the hitter did not have enough time to adjust to it.
Yep. And that is just the pressure that we're putting on them by having our better, more powerful serves.
A little bit mishandle on the serve right there, but Ridgewood's able to dump it back over. And the Warriors are unable to handle that one. Which should have been like an easy ball to handle, just she was able to place it pretty well.
Yeah.
And now back to serve for Ridgewood is Alyssa Bruno. And Kylie Morrison with an amazing pass. And Maddie sets up Hannah Shaw again, who hits it right at Macy Gill Ramos. And Nicolette Mundison puts it right to Faith Olson. And Maddie setting up Kennedy McClure just off the top of the block right there. And Ridgewood's going to get a pretty good swing, but a little bit miscommunication right there as the outside hitter just looked at the back row because she thought the back row might be coming to hit it.
The energy that we're putting now is forcing the other team to make mistakes.
Yeah, that ball right there for Ridgewood should have definitely been the outsides, but she saw the back row player approaching and she just froze up a little bit. A little bit of uncertainty right there. And Emily Prazel back with the serve. Nice pass. Dumped by the center right there. She was just
interesting move.
She was trying to be sneaky with a little gap right there. And Hannah showed another rocket, and Ridgewood's unable to handle that one.
And it's a point for us right there. That's just a power and sheer placement. That's a power and sheer placement of Hannah Shaw right there.
The Warriors are going on the run that they've been looking for.
This is exactly what Coach Nichols is most likely looking for right now. He's probably looking for a good run to close out this set.
Emily Prazel with the serve. And a tight one right there, but they're able to set up the middle right there and a pretty good swing, but the Warriors handle it, and Hannah Shaw is going to roll it back over. And a tip right there.
And we're able to dig it.
And the Warriors go on a scramble mode, basically. Yeah, the Warriors were unable to finish that scramble right there. And back to serve for Ridgewood is Nicolette Mundison. And the Warriors get another point right there, increasing the lead to 6 right now. And back to serve is Elle Masterson. And right there, what is going through Coach Nichols right there? What is happening right here?
He's probably looking and trying to see how can we close out this game with power.
And he's also choosing who the setter, who the server should be aiming at. You know, he's just giving a quick sign of where to aim, who's like a worse passer necessarily, or who they just want to target. And a good rally right here. Nice pass by Elle Masterson in the back row as Maddie goes down.
What hustle!
And Ella Shaw's able to
and she gets it over!
This is a great example of a great rally right here, and Hannah just goes for the tip, trying to place it perfectly.
And it's out!
A swing out the back by Rosalina Morello right there.
This is the type of hustle and play that Coach Nichols is looking for. This is the type of effort that's going to put us back in this game and give us a win of this set.
Elle Masterson to serve again. A great one right off the top of the net right there. And Ridgewood's going to Milo Manska, who's able to get the point right off of Elle Masterson's forearm. Who just put it off to the side a little bit. Right now for the Warriors just trying to make this pass up right here. They're in a really good spot, but some of the points at the end are harder to get as Ridgewood really just tightens the screws and is able to perfect a lot of the passes. And right there, an unfortunate little just double off of Maddie Miller's hands.
What we really need to do at this point in the game is just dig our heels in and get points. Get points like we have been.
And on the last play, Maddie doubled it. The best way to do it is you just got to touch it at the same time. You just got to touch the ball at the same time, all the fingers at the same time. And that's basically the key, because when you start like putting your hands on it different times, you start to spin the ball, and spinning is a sign of you doubling it.
Was that a carry? Wasn't that a carry?
And we got Ella Schmidt and Ella Bogren coming back in for Hannah Shaw and Maddie Miller. And Ella Schmidt is back to serve, but Michaela and Emma Tate are both going to switch right now, getting the senior middle some time on the floor. And this is a pretty comfortable lead right here, 20-14. Little overpass right there, and Michaela was right there, and she's able to get the point. She came in right in like first play. She's able to get the point for the Warriors.
That's the energy you have from winning on the bench. Being on the bench doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing if you're there just to get energy and there to bring new life to the team.
Pretty good pass right there by Ridgewood as they look for Maya again. And Maya gets it right to Emily. Ella with a pretty good set, and Ella Bogren
with a kill. With a kill.
The Warriors are going off right now, and Ella and
What a
Hannah
run.
Shaw, the two big hitters for the Warriors, are making a big impact over on that right side.
What a run. What a run by both hitters right now. What a run by the Wheaton Academy Warriors.
Rosalina Morello right here with the hit, and she gets
And
blocked
it
by
blocked!
That was a big block by the Warriors
And
right
it
there.
blocked!
Yeah, this is a great adjustment by Coach Nichols over here. He put Michaela Zimmon right in, and she was able to make some big plays right here.
That is when marking him a good coach, knowing when and how to play players.
Yeah. Right off the tip of the block, another big play by the front of the net. But Kylie Morrison unable to get that swing over, and sort of a lopsided play that ended up in a falling back swing.
It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. We only need 2 more points to seal this set.
Yeah, this is definitely the position the Warriors want to be in.
Yes.
And Maya Romanska back there for Ridgewood. And a pass straight up off the ceiling slightly, but Ella Schmidt's able to.
We were able to get it over.
Pretty good pass right
And
there.
if you notice, we actually kept our composure off of that ceiling hit that time.
Yeah, sometimes that's a big problem if it goes off the ceiling. Might lose like a pass you should have been able to make, but it's just not saying you missed it.
Yeah.
And back for potentially the game-winning serve, Kira Morrison.
Let's hope she can put this away for us.
Big serve for the freshman. Ooh, and he's unable to get it over the net on that one. And we got a sub for the Warriors as Faith Olsen's going to come in for Kira Morrison. And now back to serve for Ridgewood. It's number 11, Rosalina Morello. Great pass by Kylie Morrison right there as Ella is able to go. Ella Bogren.
And
a great kill.
In. What a kill by Ella Bogren to seal this game. What a kill.
Yeah, that was the Ella Schmidt to Ella Bogren combination we've been
the Ella squared combination.
And the Warriors are really excited for this win. It's a big one for them.
We have to give some credit to Coach Nichols there by figuring out who to place and when to place them in the game. As you can see, he placed Michaela Zimonet there, and she instantly made an impact on the game.
Yeah, Michaela was definitely a big part and able to block it.
Yes, that is the marking of a great coach.
And now the Warriors have another chance to win this one in the third set. They're just looking to repeat what they just did in that one.
Yeah, just carry this momentum over into the next set so they can close this game out and get a win.
And the Warriors have a different vibe this game. You know, in this huddle, they're looking a lot more confidently than Ridgewood.
Yes, this set, you mean?
Yeah, well, just like in this break right here, going into the third match, they're looking pretty confident.
Yes, as they just won the set, now they have more momentum carrying over.
And the upcoming schedule for our Wheaton Academy Warriors, we got Ridgewood right now, and we're playing IC Prep, and Christian Liberty, Rosary, and Westmont. It's kind of been an unfortunate season so far, as this is the first set win of so far.
And it's a very important one. This first set win could lead to an array of wins for the girls going on.
Yeah, this could be like the turning point of their schedule.
It takes a small spark to set off a fire. Can we wave?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. We got the third set coming up. I'm Adam Barman. This is Ursa Oroko. Shout out.
Hey, camera. Hey, people.
And we got some of the players joining into the shot, too. Great to see the participation in the younger grades, too, because, like, JV, like, varsity stays to watch JV, and JV's staying to watch varsity. It's great.
Just support of the levels are very important, as crowd impact actually does play a huge part in the game.
The crowd's definitely bigger today than it was last season, which happened in the spring with COVID. There was definitely limitations there. But we got a lot more
could be a
fans this
huge
year.
confidence booster for our team.
Yeah.
Because if you have a crowd backing you, you get more energy and you feed off of them for their energy. When you have a crowd behind you, you want to win for them, not just for yourself.
Yeah. And it's just a great family atmosphere for families of families that have like people on the team. It's great
Yes,
to bring like
yes.
the whole family out and just watch.
Yes. It's a fun family outing.
And Ridgewood's going to be able to start the third set with the ball to first. And they're turning to Alyssa Bruna, who's gone on big serving runs in the last 2 sets.
Yeah, but with our new momentum, we should be able to dig these balls up and get points.
And Kenny McClure with the great pass. Maddie trying to go for the far set. Puts it to Kira Morrison, who just dumps it over. And Ridgewood again with the setter dump right there.
Setter dumps are risky.
And that's one of the first times we've been looking for the middle, and Elle Masterson's able to spike it. And then Ridgewood got it back up, and Kenny McClure was able to finish it.
Yes, this is the
pass.
momentum. This is the confidence that we need. With the first point we've stolen.
Emily Prazel with a pretty good serve right there. And Macy Gil-Ramos has to come back and get the second pass over the thing. And that's out of bounds right there. The Warriors are going to get a pretty good start right there, going 2-0.
Yes, this 2-0 run could lead up to a whole nother run as the game continues.
Another setter dump right there by Ridgewood. She's literally looking for that dump right there. And Kira Morrison had a tough situation right there, but got it over. A set right there from the outside hitter. And we're going to Hannah Shaw again.
And it's Hannah Shaw with another kill.
Hannah Shaw has been playing really good right now.
Yes, she is our go-to. She is destroying them right now.
She's been the hitter that they've been looking for to break out and sort of just have a really good game. And sort of an awkward delivery right there by Emily Prazel. She was starting her serve, but then midway didn't know if the ref allowed her to serve, so then she paused and the ref gave her the okay. And it kind of just messed up her serve a little bit.
Yes.
And Nicolette Amundsen is back to serve right now. Pretty good pass right there by Kylie Morrison. Maddie's able to give it over to Kira Morrison, who puts it over. And Maya Lamanska is able to just set it over right there, and the libero sets it up. A little bit miscommunication right there by the Warriors. They're able to get it over, and Ridgewood keeps playing it. And a nice block right there by the Warriors, and able to get the point off that.
Let's go. The momentum is finally carrying over to this game, and our confidence is boosting.
Yeah, the blocking's definitely been a big impact lately. We didn't really have that in the first, but it's been a big help in the last 2 sets.
It has been a big help in this last 2 sets, yes.
And Elle Masterson's back there to serve. Just out right there. She just pushed it a little bit left and maybe a little bit far. And now back to serve for Ridgewood. It's number 3, Emily Cannell. Pretty good pass right there by Kylie Morrison. We're going to Hannah Shaw again. And the Warriors are looking for a touch on that one, but the ref says that was not. Just went out the back. It's always a rough call it's a hard call for refs to just tell if it barely went off a finger.
Yes.
Emily's back there to serve again for Ridgewood. A decent pass by Kylie Morrison, and Hannah Shaw again. That one was definitely off the block. And they're going up. Moreno is unable to find that back corner. Rosalina Moreno was looking for that nice, powerful hit, but it's just unable to find the ground right there and bounce. And the Warriors just subbed out Hannah Shaw and Maddie Miller and brought in Ella Schmidt and Ella Bogren. And one of the problems about going to Hannah Shaw so many times, even though it's working, is eventually the blockers are going to start moving over there, start getting better blocks, and they're going to start trying to stop her more. So it's big focus, try to mix it up, find other people.
Yeah.
And Ella Schmidt has been going off lately with her serves as the setter, and she's able to find Ella Bogren, who's barely unable to find that back corner. And just like the last rotation with Maddie Miller and Hannah Shaw, the Ella to Ella combination is they just keep going back to it, which might become harder as the blocks just become bigger and they just keep anticipating that. Nice pass right there by Emily Prazel. And we're going Ella to Kira Morrison, who's able to find that sideline.
Yes, this is what a coach does. If you notice, that was not Hannah Shaw and it was not Ella Bogan. It was a different person entirely.
Yeah, they were able to mix it up and find Kira Morrison, who just got subbed out for Faith Olson, who's back there to serve right now.
It's a good mix-up just so that this Ridgewood team doesn't get used to one winner.
Alyssa Bruno just off the top of the net in the block. Warriors able to keep it alive, and they're going to Kenny McClure for the hit. And another setter dump right there. And it's just coming to dump again right now. And the Warriors win the point off of the net violation right there by Ridgewood.
Have any of the setter dumps really worked this game?
Most of them have not been that effective this game, and they're just not able to find the correct placement because they're really effective when you're finding the right placement.
Yeah. And setter dumps are most effective after you get a lot of big hits off.
Definitely, because then they're backing up a little bit.
Yes.
Maurice Gill Ramos with a pretty good pass, and they're going to the setter dump again that we just talked about.
That is a really interesting strategy.
Setting up Kenny McClure right there. Another tip right there. And they're looking for Ella Bogan right here with a big hit. And that was a close one right there.
That looked in. That looked in. I knew it was in.
That was a tough call to make, as it was barely on the line right there.
From my angle, it looked in.
And Coach Nichols is chalking over right there with probably talking about her placement, maybe talking about a little bit of defense and who to block. And a little bit of a mistouch right there by the back row of Ridgewood, as neither the libero, Macy Gil Reyes, or Nicolette were able to come up with that, just off both of their hands.
No, this is a huge confidence booster for this Wheaton Academy team.
This is definitely the start the Warriors wanted. Their passing's been good, and their serving and hitting's been good. Make sure to be watching this game right now, and make sure to come back and watch it again.
Yeah.
If you loved it so much. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, which is on the screen at the moment.
Yep. We'll get more Hannah Shaw action and more Ella on Ella action on you.
And the Warriors are up 10-4, which is definitely the run that they wanted coming out of the break. And this timeout's probably just talking about consistency right now and looking to do the same things. Ridgewood obviously didn't use the whole thing, so they were probably talking more about like just like focusing and being better because they won the first game. They know what they're doing. They just need to make sure they do it.
Yes.
And Faith Olsen's back there to serve again. She ran like a pretty good run right for that timeout. Timeout also getting used to ice her, but she's able to get this one in. And a really close overpass right there. And the Warriors get the point off of a mishandle right there by Maya Manska. Warriors are now up 7. Great place to be for them.
Commanding lead.
And Macy Gil Ramos able to handle it, but they're unable to corral it after the first pass. They just sent it out of bounds with a one-handed pass.
This is a great run by Faith Olsen as the server.
The Warriors got the lead that they want right now.
This is exactly what Ridgewood was doing to us the first game too, which is really interesting to see.
And Kenny McClure with a big swing right here. And number 14, Nicolette Edmondson, is unable to hand it as Kenny was able to put it directly like right in between the use of platform and her hand. She didn't really know to take it like a set or pass it.
Yeah, that was a really interesting ball to read.
Yeah, it's a really tough position to be in if you're the passer. Ooh, a rough pass right there. She had to go diving for that one. And another ball out of bounds by Ridgewood. The Warriors' serving's definitely been better this one. And Ridgewood's going to call another timeout to talk it over. They're obviously not liking what they saw from the last timeout because the Warriors still have the same server in, and she's still going on a run.
Yes, which is, yeah. The Ridgewood team is most likely trying to talk of a way to stop this momentum that is coming. They're probably trying to find a way to stop the momentum that's been killing them this last 2 sets.
And even everyone that's watching this is also fans of volleyball and enjoy volleyball. And right now we got a great game of back and forth going right there on the sideline of the court.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot of people here today. A lot of Warriors fans too, even though we got the Ridgewood JV team and freshman team here.
Also, home court advantage is a huge part of this game today.
Yeah, just overall excitement for the players on the Wheaton Academy Warriors. And they're coming out of this timeout with a 10-point lead. And Faith Olsen still serving.
Very reminiscent of the first set against them.
Macy Gill Ramos with the pass to Maya. And the swing just off the tip of the block right there. The Warriors able to handle it, and they're looking to get a swing back over from Ella Bogren, who finds Macy, who hits it right to Macy Gill Ramos. And Ella Schmidt's going to look to find Kenny McClure, just hits off the block again. And Ridgewood's putting in a pretty good fight right now. But the Warriors are unable to handle it off the pass of Ella Schmidt. And Ridgewood's making a serve. A switch right there. Nicolette's coming back in. And back to serve for them is Rosalina Morello, sorry. And that's a tough one right there as the Warriors, most of the back row called that one out, but the ref called it in. It's always a tough position to be in as you don't know whether it's in or out.
Especially on that back row.
And Rosalina Morello is back to serve again. Pretty good pass right there, and Ella's able to set up Kennedy right there for that one. Really good pass. And Nicolette's coming back over with a swing, and she's able to find that line right there. That's definitely not what the Warriors wanted to see, is Nicolette was able to just turn on that one and hit it straight down the line right at the setter. That was a great example of just hitting around the block, because they've been hitting cross like most of the game, so the block probably just moved in a little bit. Able to find that. Let's pass up right there. Looking for Ella Bogren. And a tough one right there as Macy Gill Ramos was able to just step out of the way and let it go to bounce. And right here, we got a timeout by the Warriors after letting up a 4-0 run after the last timeout. It used to be 14-4, and now it's 14-8.
Yeah, it's a good move by the coach to try to calm down the players and keep their heads in the game.
Yeah. Rosalina Morello was able to go on a serving run right there. And it's all coming down to serving basically right now at this point.
Yes, it has been. Which is, again, a really key part of volleyball in general, just serving.
And Ridgewood didn't use much of the timeout as they're already back on the court. And we got a great student section over there. Great to see fans in attendance this year.
Yeah.
And at this moment, I'd like to call attention to our broadcast right now, because right now this is mostly the sports broadcasting class and a few volunteers who are out here helping us. It's a great situation where it's student-led and just no adults really helping, it's mostly students. And Warriors going to give them a free ball over from Kenny McClure. And Maya's able to set up Alyssa Bruno, who's able to find the spot. He's able to just hit that cross court right there.
Ooh. That was a tough hit.
That's definitely not what the Warriors wanted out of the timeout, because Rosalina Morello is still back there to serve. And Kennedy with an okay pass, and Faith goes back and tracks it down. And a little bit of miscommunication right there as Kylie Morrison and Kenny McClure didn't know who was going to take that. In that situation, you tend to see the libero take that, which would have been Kylie, but they were just unsure of the communication.
The last set does only go up to 15, correct?
I believe it's 25. Right there, Maya with the setup to Nicolette. And a pretty good block right there by Emma Tate and Ella Bogan with the block. And the Warriors are able to come back after that timeout, which ended up being a 6-0 run for Ridgewood, and they're able to bounce back and still maintain their 5-point lead right now. And back to serve, the Warriors have libero Kylie Morrison.
Yeah, it's good composure by the Warriors right now. able to keep pace and keep
They're looking for Alyssa Bruno for Ridgewood, is unable to find the ground, and she puts it out the back. Another point for the Warriors right there. And the Warriors are looking to keep this momentum. It's like Kylie's serving at the same spot, and Macy Gil Ramos able to put it up to, and Nicolette's with the swing over it, but Faith is able to handle it. Ella tracks it down and finds the Ella Bogren right there. And an attempted tip right there. A little bit, another miscommunication right there, as it looked like Alyssa Bruno was gonna like set it up or something, but they turned and went for the tip. That ended up resulting right in the net. Pretty good pass right there by Rosalina Morello, and Nicolette's looking to find the ground again, and she missed that corner. That was a close one.
Oh, that was
sure.
a really close. That was a really close hit to that line back there.
That's always a tough issue for the referees. It's hard to tell if when the ball's going so fast, tell exactly where it hit. A diving save right there by Macy Gil Ramos, but Ridgewood's unable to get it over as they just lost that free ball out of bounds. The Warriors are now up 19-10.
We've cracked into their defenses, and now we're able to seal this game away if we can keep up what we're doing.
Nicolette with a pretty good pass to Maya, and they're looking to put it over. The Warriors able to keep it up. Ella's looking for Kennedy McClure, who puts it in.
And it's a kill by Kennedy McClure.
That's a really clutch hit right there to put the Warriors up 10 points.
This setup is really interesting as it's been a lot of different hitters hitting so that the other team hasn't been able to adjust.
Yeah, they've definitely gone away from Ella Bogan, who in the first set was their big hitter, now getting less looks, but they're spreading the ball out.
Yes, and they're still scoring off of that because the defense can't read it.
A big block
And
right
it's
there
a
by the
block.
Warriors. And Ridgewood tips it out of bounds. That's the blocking we saw in the second game, and it's paying off right now.
And that was a block by Ella Bogren.
Who were just talking about how good she was at hitting. She's also coming up
Blocking. Yeah, which is a different look for her.
And right now we got senior Catherine Smiley coming in for Elle Masterson. Ooh, and off the hands of Macy Gil Ramos. This is a big serving run right here for Kylie Morrison.
Exactly. It is now 22-10.
The Warriors have definitely bounced back after that first game, looking to win 2 in a row and get their first win of the year. Looking for Alyssa Bruno, who puts it out. They called it in right there. That's my bad. Could not see from this far away. The refs made the call, said it was in.
Yeah, the ref made a call and said it was in.
And Ridgewood was able to end that run for the Warriors. But is it too little too late? We'll find out.
It
Right
may be.
And the Warriors looking to put a rollover by Kennedy McClure right there. And Ridgewood's coming back to Nicolette. But Ella puts it up. And the Warriors looking for Ella Bogren, who was unable to make good contact on that one. Just right off the fingertips right there. And Faith with a pretty good pass right there to Ella, who sets up the middle. Catherine, but it looks like Ella doubled that one. Just off both hands separately. She didn't just touch the ball at the same time. She's double touched it. And Macy Gil Ramos is looking to go on her own run right here with the serving. Kylie with a pretty good pass right here. Looking for Kennedy off the top of the block, but Ridge was able to keep it up. And they're going back to Nicolette Almondson. And a little bit of a big reach right there by Ella Schmidt, who went for the reach, but she could have left it for Ella Bogan right there, who was staying behind her.
Yeah, that's just another miscommunication a little bit by our team.
But the Warriors are still in a great position right now.
And
they're able to
ball
get
goes in the net.
Yeah, they're able to get that point back. And now they are up 9 points. And they're making the sub right now to bring Maddie Miller and Hannah Shaw back in for both of the Ellas.
Yeah, they're probably looking to get the ball to her and close out the game, as she has been scoring most of this game.
Yeah, Hannah Shaw's definitely played her watch to close out this game.
Yeah, and the other team hasn't seen her in a while, so they may not know how to adjust to her.
And another miscommunication right there as Rosalina Moreno just collided with her front row player, Emily Pinot. This is the potential game-winning point right here for the Warriors as Maddie's back to serve. And just off.
And it is. And it is. And it is.
The Warriors are able to get the first win of the season, and their players are going crazy, and the fans are going
25 to 14, our first win.
The Warriors were definitely able to come back in the second 2 games. What did they do differently in the second 2 sets?
It was definitely their confidence and their fundamentals that brought them back into this game and helped them to close it out.
Yeah, it's great to see the reaction of the players and the fans who are really excited for the first win of the Warriors' career. I would like to thank everyone part of this broadcast. You know, we got our cameras, we got our directors, we got our technical directors, and thanks for joining me, Osa.
Yeah.
It's been a great one broadcasting with you. Hope to do it again, and make sure to join us for the next broadcast, and make sure to follow us at The Real WA TV. Thanks for joining us today.
I didn't like get like AirPods up in that. I was